Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is week 45. Excuse my voice. I'm actually sitting on the couch right now recovering from my shoulder surgery that happened earlier today. I'll be making some more updates about that as the weeks come. Start this week off with some bench press. I think my original idea was to hit a PR of some variety. It ended up not working out so well for me. Spoiler alert. But that's where spotter arms and good training partners come in handy. And I'm not quite sure really what happened with it, but it just didn't work out. After that, I wanted to use my daughter's pull-up bar to see if I could use it as like a lat tower lap holder. It actually works pretty well. That's 225 pounds, which is more than me. The range of motion isn't ideal up there at the top, but I can always shorten that cable later. Finished off Monday with some rolling thunder. Here I'm doing some doubles at what looks to be about 140 pounds. Nope, just kidding. About 130 pounds. Move on to Tuesday. Alright, so Tuesday was just all about squat. And I was feeling really good, not gonna lie. Did this first one here. This is what, 395? That went well, and again, I've been concentrating. I've been talking about it for like weeks now, but I've been focusing on keeping my descent nice and slow and just controlling it. So 395 went well, 405 went well, and I have this sneaking suspicion this is where I messed up, because for whatever reason, dumb Curtis took control of the wheel and was like, screw it, let's just go to 425, 20-pound jump at the top end of my squat. As you can see here, just like Monday, got to use my spotters. So there's the bar, nice slow release. No pain or anything, just couldn't move the weight. After that, we moved on to some keg over bar. I was teaching my two training partners how to actually do this lift, which I've only actually ever done once in competition before. And this is just a 150-pound keg, so nothing too heavy. So we started off by running basically an AMRAP at like 54 inches. Something low. It was easy. And then we just started going higher and higher, which you'll see in the videos coming up. One of the things I didn't realize, though, is I actually went for like 2 minutes doing this keg motion. So as you can see, I'm just going to break it down real quick. So I like to just do my pick, get it up to my lap, and I like to kind of take the rim of the keg and stick it in the crook of my elbow, like so on the inner portion of my elbow, and then just palm it with my fingertips as hard as I can. And I get this one motion from the ground. I'm sorry, not from the ground, from my lap. And as long as you maintain that explosiveness, I find that I have pretty good luck. I'm also trying to not actually hit the bar for no reason other than it's just a fun challenge to try to do. Just trying to clear the bar without hitting it. It does help it to land more consistently, though, which in competition can be a huge help, because if the keg doesn't land right in a comp, it could cost you a couple seconds of getting the keg back. And if you can't get the keg back within a couple seconds, more than likely you're going to end up with a lower number of repetitions. And that's just because you set the spotter up for failure by throwing the keg whichever way. So there's 2 minutes of them. After that, we started moving it up, so ended up peaking out at 67 inches, which that is not. So that was pretty easy. Again, only a 150-pound keg, but it's still fun.
One more.
Did a quick triple at this weight. Still trying to not hit the bar. This is either 63 or 67 inches, one of the two. I think it's 67. This may be my top one for the night. But, nope, that's 63, because I'm going to go for a double. Again, I appreciate you guys listening to my commentary the whole time. I'm on some pretty decent meds and in a little bit of pain. Got some wicked bad cotton mouth. So here's 67. To be honest, I wasn't sure how this was going to go. It's pretty high up there. I'm just a wee little lad. fires from the floor. And he shoots, he scores. I was pretty excited. So I'll move on to Wednesday or Thursday, whatever day of the week this is. And I just wanted to walk out some heavy squats. And I skipped a whole bunch right there, but that was 585. And then that's 770 pounds, which I just wanted to see if I could like pick it up out of the J cups. So I did. My vein in my head was like bulging like it was about to burst. So this is Wednesday, because this is night one of me trying to figure out how to do a belt squat with equipment that I currently own. And as you can see, I'm holding the loading pin in my hand and having to like reach underneath a little rubber pad to retrieve it and then put it back underneath. And you'll see in the Thursday video that the design evolved pretty significantly. So here's Thursday. I wanted to do some deadlifting. This is, realistically speaking, one of my last heavy lifts before surgery. And so I didn't go really that heavy. I just kind of had fun with it. But here's my top set. Again, nothing too impressive. I think the math would come out to like 390 pounds or something. But it moved nice, and trap bar deadlift is a good thing to do. Alan Thrall just made a video on it that I got a lot of value out of. And I was just trying to move the weight nicely. And then once we finished, I was like, hey, training partner, Jeremy, let's just throw 2 plates on and just go for a set of 20. And he said, sounds good. So we sent it. So set of 20 here at 240 pounds. And with this, I was just trying to maintain a good rhythm, trying to keep my breathing going well. I don't normally do AMRAP type work, but this was definitely not AMRAP. I could have gone a lot longer with this weight. But it was fun. It was good. It was definitely some cardio. It was fun. I've said that like 3 times. So the whole aim of Thursday and Saturday was just to have fun and like use stuff I don't normally get to use. And so we ended up spending a significant amount of the evening figuring out how to get this J squat. I say J squat, it's modeled after the Sorenex J squat. But here we have a landmine, and we threw a axle strap from Spud on it and loaded up the handle from my trolley system and just started rocking out squats, seeing if I can get the angles right, see if I can get stuff right. This is nice because it doesn't cost me any money. I'm basically making a piece of equipment that does a thing I need it to do for the next 6 months or so of my recovery. I definitely don't want to not squat. So one weight handle loaded all the way out really wasn't that much weight, so we got 2. The problem that I encountered is that the rear pin, it really doesn't add that much resistance to the lift because it's so far away from me, it's so close to the hinge point, so it really doesn't add that much weight. And I think I have a potential workaround happening with my brother right now, who's a fabricator. It might make me like a C-channel dual-sided loading pin. But here we see, this is the top set of that evening. I'm being a nerd. I like to nerd stuff out, so I've got my arm like cocked up in the position that it'll be in when I'm actually doing these lifts in real life with a sling on. That brings us to Strongman Saturday. I was originally just going to skip the overhead altogether, but I ended up hitting this Viking press just because it looked like so much fun, and I don't have self-control. So I ended up, I didn't go like heavy, but it wasn't light either. It wasn't grinding anything out. Just got some slow transition to where my triceps kind of take over the lift there. That'll be something I can work on in like 6 months. After that, I borrowed a dead sled, brought it home, and we just did some dead sled to sled push medleys. We dropped in the middle of the dead sled carry to do 2 deadlifts. And that was actually my top set that you saw right there. And I was repositioning my grip because we're using the fat handles. And weight, I think, was right at 430 pounds. And then sled weight was about that. Afterwards, we finished with these stones that you're about to see. We went no tacky, just using chalk. Did my top set right here at 231. Not that impressive, but it's the last time I get to do stones for quite a while. But that's week 45 in the books. I appreciate you guys tuning in, especially you guys that keep coming back week after week. And for you new people, go ahead and subscribe. Show me some love. I'll be releasing some videos about my recovery in the near future here. But I'll see you next week.
Or it just doesn't have any mufflers.